Good afternoon. My name's Paul Cole with Super Gen Products. We're a distributor for Champion Power Equipment products located in New York State, in Newark, New York, and also California, in Azusa, California. We ship from both sides of the country. We ship nationwide to all states except Alaska and Hawaii. So check our website out for any of our shipping details, and that will bring you up to date on that activity. Today we have the pleasure of being the absolute first in the United States to have this model and also have availability for it. It is not officially announced to the public with the exception of what we're sending to you today. The product is called Champion 100-573. 100-573 is the model number, and the unique part about this is it has wireless remote start. We've had a similar model number 100-302. Excuse me, it's getting cold out here in California. Model 100-302 has been available for going on 2 years now, and it's a manual start model with similar features. The RV plug for those campers with single air conditioners gives you 30 amps of power. Household outlet with GFCI in the middle. Oops, let me correct that. No GFCI on this unit. It looked like it at first. Okay, the parallel feature are the red and black plugs, which allow you to put two of these units together and get a full 50 amps of 120 service. And it's done by connecting this parallel kit outlets into two units. It's got a clamp on the top so you can put it on over the handle to secure it. You've got a 50 amp plug, which is used on twin air RVs, and this will also serve the purpose to give you a full 50 amps in the RV model with using this 50 amp plug. Keep in mind, 120 volts, not 240. Breakers for the 50 amp, breakers for the 30 amp, which is the conventional NEMA L530 plug over here. Now you've already got the RV plug on one or more generators, so your camper would plug straight into there. A twin air camper would plug into the 50 amp service plug. That makes a great add-on at a budget price. You would spend over $4,500 on a Honda to get this 120 volts, 50 amp output. This here unit sells for $729, including shipping. The parallel kit sells for $61. Combination, you're looking at $1,600, give or take, for the whole package to put out 50 amps. Quite a step down from $4,500 price with a Honda inverter. You got a large gas tank. You got 17 hours of run time between fill-ups. The gas tank holds 2.7 gallons. Your decibel rating is a little noisier than the enclosed inverters, and it's rated at 63 decibels. Well manageable to be able to carry on a conversation. If you look on Champion's website, it notes that there are no wheels with it. However, it does come with a wheel kit at that same price, $729. You've also got the pull cord start. You've got a push button start for panel use. You've got a electronic choke at the panel. However, the remote feature, which you can start it from 80 feet away, has an automatic choke feature. So if you push the button on the panel to activate the switch in the starting system, walk 80 feet away or up to, hit the starter button on the remote. And away you go. Now, a nice feature with this by design is it has load shed. And the load shed simply means when you start it up, you can leave everything plugged in because it doesn't connect to those cords until it's been run about 5 to 10 seconds minimum. That allows the engine to build up its operating speed. Contrary, it also shuts the power off when you hit the stop button about a second or two before it quits. That allows everything to disable before the engine stops, so it's not coasting down with any load. And that's an important feature that you're not going to find in all remote start generators, and is always a feature that you must have for long life on the generator. Now on the panel here you've got a rocker switch for eco throttle, which keeps it at the only level it needs for its demand. If you kick on something such as a microwave or an air conditioner, it picks up speed automatically and stays at that level until it turns off. And that way you get the most fuel economy out of your switch. If you need higher boost starting up, such as like running a chop saw, which has a high inductive startup, you can push it up so that you're at the highest level of running. So you take it off the eco switch and it will run a much faster engine and give you more surge in a shorter period of time for hard starts. Your air conditioner in a camper will pick up the load on eco in 99% of the cases. There may be a rare occasion or an old camp or something with a serious hard start that it might not. But normally you're going to be able to leave it on eco, take advantage of the fuel economy and the sound, and let it start up as the loads are added. Now, if you're going to run it in a camper, we recommend on the 30 amp, or in other words a single unit on a 30 amp camper, that you consider your loads by formulation. For instance, if you've got the air conditioning running, do not add a microwave or a coffee pot or a blow dryer to it. Turn the air off and then do the other type of cooking or function for the additional load. Both of them simultaneously with a air conditioner startup could cause it to trip and overload and make this red light come on. Now you also have a yellow light on the panel, and that light will only flicker if your oil level is below safe. It's designed to warn you visually that you need to add oil. And on a new unit, it's not inconceivable that it may have a little oil consumption as the engines break in, the parts and the rings seat into the cast iron liner on the cylinder. Your oil check is right here, this little yellow plug, and when you screw it out, to check it properly, you want to just set it in. Do not screw it in because that gives you a low reading. You're reaching into the oil. So just set it on there, read the marks on the dipstick, and it will confirm that being at the upper level. You have pull cord start too, just in case your battery is dead. Let's see what else I can tell you here. Of course, it's electric start. Your battery's right here on the end. And you also have a valve here for your gas tank that allows you to shut the gas off when you're not using it. And that's another feature that people should take more advantage of when they go into storage. Turn your gas off, let the engine continue to run until it burns all the gasoline out of the carburetor. That clears the jetting for any residual gasoline that could dry out and plug the jetting. And you do that when you're prepared to go into storage. You do not have to do it every day during use. And this side here shows you the other components here, your air cleaner, your stepper motor for the throttle, it's electronic throttle, muffler. Now the muffler is an important item. As you start to accumulate hours, there's a little screen in here, a little cone-shaped screen that comes out by removing these two screws and this plate. You pull that out, it's a spark arrestor to prevent any sparks from reaching the ground that might start the surrounding area on fire. It breaks the spark up, and before it hits the ground it's burned out. But that also builds up with carbon, and as it does, it can make the engine lose performance, and of course losing performance causes you power loss. So you want to take that out about we recommend every 100, 150 hours, pull it out, take the two screws out, pull the filter out, clean it. And usually a wire brush, like a toothbrush, will do the best job, and a little petrochemical to soften the carbon. Okay, this is your inverter mechanism, and this here is part of your muffler. You got a handle to pull it around with. You got 8-inch wheels that makes it roll quite easy. Now this switch here, as you'll notice, it's still blinking. In order to deactivate that, you've got to hit the stop button numerous times to get it to deactivate. And you'll see it rapidly blink, and then it'll go dead. Should go dead. We're still learning some of it ourselves, so consider this to be semi-official as far as instructions go. Also, you've got a cigarette lighter adapter, and it comes with a cigarette lighter cord and a USB adapter so you can charge cell phones. So it's a pretty darn good little package. If I needed something for my home and camper, this would probably be my first choice, simply because 30 amps of power is more than enough to run most appliances. You can run your refrigerator at home, your TV, your lights. It'll run a microwave, not all at the same time. Lights are no problem, very low draw on that. We like it. We think it's going to be one of the top sellers for 2019. It's available right now on our website, supergenproducts.com. Check it out. Give us a call if you have any questions. And we appreciate your business. You have a great holiday season. Thank you.